So we moved here 5 months ago in January from Alaska, and we we loved Alaska. It was beautiful. Um, we were very comfortable there, but I also started feeling the pull, of course, many years ago to be closer to the temple. I mean, if this is Alaska, Juneau's here, and Anchorage is 600 miles away, or Seattle 900 miles away. All right, so the need to be near a temple started getting stronger and stronger. My wife is a convert from Sri Lanka, and to be close to a temple for her father he's passed away, and so to be close to a temple for his baptism, um, well, he kept pestering us, and so I knew we needed to be near a temple. So for this to be our temple, it's not exciting because it's the historical temple. It's exciting because this is the temple where her father will be baptized, and then she won't be the only member in her family. So he's been pestering us. I think he's eager to go on a mission and preach to his family, is the sense I get. So we took a little tour of the baptistry, and we're very, very, very excited to be near temple finally to do that work. Okay, so going back a few years, I've been keeping an eye on houses all over the country, just trying to get a feeling. There was a place in Alaska I really wanted to move away from Juneau up to Wasilla. But everywhere I looked, houses were getting more expensive. Montana, Texas, everywhere. So the criteria was I have to be able to make it happen, and it needs to be near a temple. So Zillow would email me with really cheap houses, and sometimes it'd be in Georgia or Tennessee, and I'd like street view and say, well, why is it so cheap, and one day it showed a little house on Mulholland Street. I'm like, that sounds familiar. Where in Illinois is this? Oh, and I street view all the way down to the temple. I'm like, oh, wow. So there are houses there that are cheap. Okay, well, so I got looking. There wasn't much available in Nauvoo, so I looked at a large area. Burlington was the larger city in the area, and I became enamored with all the old houses here. There are just hundreds of really beautiful houses here. It's unbelievable. And the tree line streets with all the mature trees everywhere. And right now, springtime, we're discovering all the ornamental trees, all the flowering trees. It's definitely different than Alaska, but it's very beautiful. I mean, just look at this river, right? We don't have to miss the Pacific Ocean. We've got the Mississippi, right? The Great River. So we bought a big brick house. It may be 123 years old. Big brick house, and we paid very little for it. In fact, what our house had appreciated since we bought it 4 years ago in Alaska, we used that appreciation, we used that money to buy this house. So we now have no mortgage, no debt. I'm not worried about retirement now. We may be making less money here. It may be a quarter of what we made in Alaska, but somehow we are way, way ahead of where we were. And I have to mention how fast it happened. In October of last year, I had never thought about Iowa, not once. I knew it was the birthplace of James T. Kirk. That's about it. I didn't know about the Buckeyes, nothing. All right. But that's changed when I did that search on Zillow and started looking at the area, got that confirmation. I immediately knew where I needed to be. Within a week, I listed the house. It turns out that the builder bought my house back. He bought it back for $80,000 more than he built it for 4 years ago. The house was sold within a week. We just waited 30 days for the house to close, and we were here by the very first of January. It happened so fast. What is that? November, December, we're here. That's how fast we moved. And through process of elimination or inspiration, I guess, I started narrowing down to this area. It just happened to be the beautiful Nauvoo temple. I contacted through Facebook a couple of brothers from the Burlington ward, Facebook page. They responded, and both of them said the same thing. The Burlington ward's very small. And I'm not sure why, but that was confirmation. Uh, Very strong confirmation that this is where we needed to be. So when people, every Iowan asks, why would you move here? A little off-putting, but when they ask, it's because of the Burlington ward. That really is why I moved. Um, and it's amazing because we've only been here 5 months, but within a month, it felt like we'd always been here. The ward, there are some sweet ladies in this ward, little old ladies, and I could never have imagined such a very sweet ward and having so many opportunities for service. Just being here is making a difference.